there will be a big change in XRP and the whole crypto world soon, if not today. Do you feel ready? What do you think? Are you a bull or a bear like the movie? That's what we're going to talk about today. Trump says that the stock market is very strong now, that people are used to paying taxes. I see this as a good thing. Is that what we talked about before? People say we're not telling the truth, but guys, we didn't do that. Remember what we said? When a black swan event happens and news comes out of the blue, it hits the market hard. The effect fades over time if the same news keeps coming out, unless there's another black swan event that speeds things up even more. Taxes have been this and that so far. It's not having as much of an impact on the market as it used to, which is a very good sign for buyers. If there wasn't a trade at the White House, Trump's economic assistant says, "Don't worry, do you?" There was for sure. Now, I'm not in charge of making rules. Guys, it's still whale season because whales are splashing around in the water right now, getting a lot of XRP. 70 million XRP were just moved to a different bank, which means they're either moving a lot of money or they're XRP around. I don't know why. What's next, guys? This is my thing. The XRP price has to stop being stable at some point. That's why I think the price will go up or down a lot in the next few hours or days. At this point, there are different kinds of signs at different times. I only want to say that extra PDS should stay above $210, 0 cents. After that, we should be good to go. And it's held up really well so far. Usually the asset tries it when there are positive divergences from this point to this point. Most of the time, the difference doesn't work out. Guys, look at how much more expensive XRP is than... It's really strong right now, guys, which is why I think the price will go up instead of down. That's where the bullish split can be found. If we sell off the US dollar, that daily time frame dominance chart will get a bull. So please hope that we pump. There is no reason to joke about a daily time frame difference. This means that Bitcoin and XRP will reach a new low. XRP is going to be worth $1.30 and Bitcoin will be worth $169,000, 0 cents. If you're a bull, you need XRP to stay at these levels and pump along with Bitcoin and everything else, because if it doesn't, XRP will start going down. It will stay below this moving average if it does. It's bad news because it means the value is now $211, 0 cents, but it's holding up well right now. Check it out. That's why I'm optimistic right now. This is a funny and odd thing. On the 16th, some kind of case news, like a settlement or something good about the case, is said to come out. By the end of the weekend, we hope to have all the proof we need about Paul Atkins. See, what's coming up in the next few days? To answer your question, Paul Atkins has not yet been appointed to the SEC. A few things need to be taken care of before he can start, like getting President Trump to sign off on his appointment and being sworn in. This could happen at any time in the next few days, so keep an eye on things. A big move is coming up in a few days. The 16th is coming up in a few days. There has to be something new about the SEC case or circle, how things make sense. It looks like something is going to happen. Tell us right now in the comments whether you're a bull or a bear. Yes, XRP's link is the weakest compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum. That doesn't make sense. Really, XRP doesn't have a strong connection to any other coin. The big dog, what we know about the Bitcoin market, that's crazy news, guys. That's crazy news, right? That means they might break up in the future. We've already talked about how XRP will beat Ethereum as the best altcoin in 2025. These people believe that 2025 will be the first time in 10 years that Ethereum's top spot in the altcoin market will be truly threatened. Okay, they moved from the Ethereum blockchain to the XRP record. So they're not lying. Investors can save money on fees and the blockchain doesn't make any carbon. For example, Ethereum is now at its lowest point since the last bear market. That is a bad thing. People who own ETH I'm sorry, but this is what you deserve because everyone else did this when Ethereum and XRP did it. Left. Right now, XRP is after everything. Another reason to pay attention is that these kinds of measures are being taken too lightly right now, and everyone is scared. The markets have a lot of good news. More than 20 years have passed since March had the most sales. It beat the record high of a flush in 2020 before a big run-up. So take a look at this 2020, the monthly hypothetical net. Around the world, trade flow for stocks is negative. Most sales were happening when money was leaving the market, but now this is crazy. It's wiped out all the data points that showed us what happened in the last couple of weeks. There are a lot of fears and scares in the markets, which is a good sign that bearishness is at an all-time low. 58.9% of individual investors were negative about the stock market over the next 6 months, which was the highest percentage ever in an AI study for the week ending April 9th. It was less than 61.9% the week before. The worst times of the financial crisis in 2008 and the height of the bear market in 2022 were 60% of the time and 70% of the time, commas, for 7 weeks in a row. More than 55% of people have been negative. That's the same amount of time as the record-setting stretch in 1990. It hasn't been this quiet in the market in a long time, not even during the Great Recession of 2008. How long did it last? Guys, that's not funny. It happened here. What next happened with the stock market? This just happened. The last time something like this happened, it was here and off. It's clear from all of these data points that it happened right when we were at a big low point. Did the bad feelings that had been around for a long time show up at the lows? To date are also going on right now. It's actually very positive. You can see that retail is gone. Post is saying that some coins are getting close to where they were on August 23rd, but it's best to pose when no one else is around. You can build something too, not just buy it. That's what I was going to do, guys, to get ready for the bottom low. Am I going to make my own joke coin? I would have put it on the market at the very bottom. After that, the coin would only go up from there. We're back here now. As for what this is, it's a measure of how often people talk about certain cryptocurrency. Compared to previous lows, it's at an all-time low. Wow, it was really hot back there. In other words, nobody is really excited. There's something good about the crypto market right now. That means prices will go up. But things are about to change. Are we going to pump or not? This thing will either die soon or fly soon. Now, guys, all we have to do is wait for one more high or one more low. They might go back down after a while, and that's when we could buy in. If it goes down, it's clear that the bottom will be around $30, 0 cents from here, right? One last trick for everyone. It's important to be worried about the fact that the amount of money in circulation around the world keeps going up, even though it comes in quickly. That's good because other countries are making money to add to it. The flow of money around the world, the United States will soon follow suit. The Fed says they could do buybacks, but that's not QE. QE needs to happen